Mr Chair, well, I want to add my welcome back to Tauhenere and say it's really, really good that you're back in the House. We didn't miss you a lot, but it's kind of nice that you're in. And I have to say to my whanaunga that I was very, very disappointed. I did see his note on Facebook about the 90-day probationary period bill and being congratulated by what's his name from the Hospitality Association? Bruce Robertson, saying congratulations, Toe, good on you. And I put a little note on saying I hope to see you at the protest on Sunday, but I didn't see you there. You were probably inside, with all the people there. This is the union organiser of the 80s. The worst union organiser that we've ever known in the whole of the country. But I'm being generous here tonight, Mr Chair. I am genuine when I say that I'm pleased to see him back, and I'm sure that our select committee who dealt with this, I'm not going to praise the chair. He's had enough of that. Look at him. But I do want to say that the select committee considered this bill, and we did take it seriously. And the great speech from the Honourable Tauhenere about the infrastructure future of our country, I thought was very. Well, it was interesting, but it was also timely given the considerations, the things that are happening right now. And I really want to take us back to reality about what this bill does. Mr Chair. Yeah, sure, it's been around a long time and it has been languishing. It went to the Select Committee in July, August 2009, and we heard from a whole range of people. But what it actually does is set up a code. That's what it does. It doesn't build a road, it doesn't build a railway, it doesn't build anything. It doesn't do anything. It sets up a code, No, it doesn't unclog the arteries. Well, it unclogs the arteries of the utilities access group. That's what it does. It unclogs the arteries of the utilities access group. That poor group that set themselves up years and years ago under Labour. That poor group, that have been working away on a code and hoping that the national-led government would do something about actually putting it into place. And they must be absolutely fed up with waiting. So I congratulate them for being so patient. But, let's not get carried away about what this bill actually does. And I'm sure as we go on we will talk about many of the other things that I'm really looking forward to in the committee stages, talking about many of our utilities. But going back to the utilities access group, may I say it's just as well they didn't have a 90-day trial period, because they would have been fired some time ago. But going back to the bill, Mr Chair, Labor began the work on this going right back to 2006. 2006 we agreed on some policy objectives, and they were to reduce the costs and inefficiencies arising from the current statutory framework, including avoidable damage to roads and utility networks, delays and disputes, inconsistencies between statutes and poor coordination. And the work was done under Labor. This was a bill that came together under Labor, under wonderful ministers that we had under the last government. And I just regret, as indeed my colleagues do, that it's taken us so long to get to a point where we are not actually unclogging the arteries, but perhaps releasing the potential of the utilities access group, who have, under this legislation, the right to set up a code which the Minister can approve or disapprove, which will then, it's a voluntary code, and then they'll work together on it, and hopefully we'll see some change. We'll see some change. And I think, let's unclog the arteries by all means. Let's talk about what Labor did to unclog the arteries, Mr Chair, during our 9 years in government. I'm looking forward to talking about that as well. 9 glorious years in government. And as I say, I really, really regret the fact that it's taken so long for this government, having been through so many periods of urgency, now having seen the wonderful National Party conference over the weekend, where, the wonderful announcements, the step change, where's that? It's a step, what is it? The step ladder, the plank, it's the plank. That's what it is stepping off the plank into the sea, because no one knows what the step change means, except that they see the step change is taking away workers' rights and taking away their wages.
I call David Bennett.
Thank you, Mr Chair. I just wanted to